Good afternoon. Just going to let a few people find their seats. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Boy, the room got quiet. I feel like a teacher right now. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. All right. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Read on Arizona Literacy Summit 2015. I'm Terry Clark, the Arizona Literacy Director. I have the pleasure of working across Arizona with agencies and key stakeholders to help guide the work of Read on Arizona, our state's third grade reading initiative. Thank you all for being here today. Thanks to all of our partners, and a special thank you to First Things First for partnering with Read on Arizona to present the Literacy Summit in conjunction with their just concluded Early Childhood Summit. It was a spectacular success. So I'd like to recognize some special guests and honorees here that we have with us today. Of course, Governor Ducey is here, and he is helping us kick things off this afternoon. I believe we have State Senator Miranda here. We also have Representatives Lawrence and Representative Galbadon. And we also have our very committed and very engaged Read On mayors. Mayor Stanton is here. Mayor Giles is here from Mesa. Mayor Mitchell is here. Mayor Nichols from Yuma is here. And I also know Mayor Lord is here from Goodyear. And Mayor LaVault from Youngtown is here with us today. And we have Council members Michelle Hess from Buckeye and Council member Joanne Osborne from Goodyear. So we have a full program, and we have much to share with all of you, so let's get started. So Read on Arizona is thrilled to have Governor Doug Ducey here with us to make some opening remarks. Governor Ducey has repeatedly emphasized the importance of focusing on early literacy and third grade reading proficiency. First Lady Angela Ducey is also passionate about the power of reading, and in June, Governor and Mrs. Ducey showed their support for Summer Learning Day and Read on Arizona by releasing a video promoting summer reading. Let's take a look.
Summer is a time for fun, family trips,
ice cream or bike rides.
But don't take a vacation from education.
Bring your kids to your local public library and sign up for Arizona's summer reading program.
Reading for 20 minutes a day this summer is a simple way for kids to keep the gains they made during the school year and be ready to make the grade in the fall.
We all have a role to play in helping children build the skills they need to succeed in school and in life. Reading matters because it helps develop vocabulary, listening and comprehension skills, while inspiring imagination and creativity.
Make reading a priority with your family. Visit your local library to sign up.
And learn more at readonarizona.org.
So I think you can see that Arizona has a champion for early literacy in Governor Ducey, and we're honored to have him here with us today. Now, he won't be able to stay for the whole summit, and as there are competing demands on his time, as you can imagine, but we're so pleased to have him here with us to kick things off at the Read on Arizona Literacy Summit. So please join me in welcoming Governor Doug Ducey.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we get back into the back-to-school swing here, it's great to be here at the 2015 Read On Arizona Literacy Summit, and I'm grateful for the invitation. It's always wonderful to see such packed classrooms, or in this case, ballrooms, of educators, librarians, community stakeholders, and local leaders advocating and celebrating this important cause. I've been spending the past couple of weeks heading out to back-to-school events in honor of the season. And I know in my household it's nice to be getting back into the routine, but it's also been a great opportunity to talk with students, teachers, and principals about the excellent work they're doing, the goals they have for the next 9 months, our long-term goals as a state to help improve educational results for all Arizona schools and children. And the overarching theme of most, if not all, of these visits is the crucial importance of early childhood reading and literacy. A child's success in school starts with and depends upon their ability to read. Children begin developing language and early literacy skills from birth. In fact, research shows that 90% of a child's actual brain development happens before kindergarten. And the most positive interactions these children have with the adults in their lives, the more their skills and abilities will develop. And they continue to do so through toddlerhood, preschool, elementary school, and beyond. In other words, the earlier and more often we prioritize reading in our children's lives, the better off they will be. By now, it's common knowledge that reading proficiency by the end of third grade is a strong predictor of high school graduation and college attendance. You also probably know that gaps in a child's vocabulary start as early as 18 months, which further highlights the importance of their early years. We develop better readers and more successful students by ensuring that children arrive at kindergarten having had early childhood experiences rich in language and pre-literacy skills, and have access to effective reading interventions when they need it. Academic achievement, educational progression, and long-term quality of life, the things we want for all of our children and students, are enhanced by access to quality early learning environments and effective literary interventions. This is where all of you come in, and why we're so fortunate to have champions like you serving our children and setting them up for success. The Read On Arizona initiative has made significant progress in advancing early literacy in our state by taking a strategic approach to identifying challenges and gaps and then addressing them systematically. It's remarkable to me that there are now 24 communities and 728 schools across Arizona engaged in this work. And it's extremely encouraging to see devoted Arizonans from all corners of the state, from our state's largest metropolitan areas, as evidenced by our mayors that are here, to our smaller, rural, and tribal communities, working collaboratively to improve language and literacy outcomes for all Arizona's children. This collaborative approach is key. We all know there's no silver bullet, and there's no single organization that can do it all. It's all of you and the hundreds of partners across the state working together with children and families that will continue to build momentum and create lasting positive change for all of Arizona's children. I truly believe that every Arizonan has a role to play in ensuring a strong future for our children and for the generations that follow. And early literacy sets the foundation for that. It's one of the best investments we can make for our children's future. That's why my wife Angela and I are proud supporters of Arizona's summer reading program. We've made it a point to drive home the value of reading and literacy to our three sons. And as you saw in the PSA that was played just a few minutes ago, we're very passionate about getting the word out to as many people as we can and as often as we can. And we need your help to do that as well. So it goes without saying that we are very grateful for the work that you do to make this happen in our state. I will continue to do everything I can from the governor's office and working with legislative and educational leaders to support your mission and to help spread our message and encourage families across Arizona to keep reading on. I want to thank you very much for having me here today, and I wish you a great and productive summit. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you, Governor Ducey, for your words and your presence here today, and for your belief in our work and our goal that all Arizona children are proficient and can be proficient readers. And thanks to all of you for being here today. Literacy is critically important, and acknowledging that, we have to acknowledge that we're in a crisis here in Arizona. Too many of our students are not reading as well as they need to. Many of you here today have been engaged in this work for a long time. But it's a big, hard, complex problem. So 3 years ago, we started Read On Arizona to provide the framework and the tools to get everyone working together with a common agenda and to accelerate progress towards large-scale impact. Our goals are clear: to improve language and literacy outcomes for Arizona's children from birth through age 8, more specifically, to increase school readiness in language and literacy for children entering kindergarten, and to have all students reading proficiently by the end of 3rd grade. We created a strategic plan that identified key elements we need to get us there. To build a network of community partnerships focused on language-rich programs, ongoing screenings and assessments, professional development, and family supports. To create an effective practice tool and increase access to programs that work. To improve data collection and sharing for strategic decision-making. And to make early literacy a priority among Arizona families, communities, statewide. This is how, together, we are helping create an early literacy system that delivers the right program at the right time for every child in Arizona. I'm extremely proud of the hundreds of collaborative partners across the state that have joined this effort, and that means something more than they just put their name on or logo on our website. There's a formal process involved in becoming part of Read On Arizona. It means convening a community's key stakeholders in early literacy. It means committing to a thorough and collaborative strategic planning process. It means MOUs and letters of intent, and so when we say there are hundreds of partners, that really means something. It means a commitment. So thank you to all the partners, both at the state level and through our network of 24 Read On communities. Let's give them a hand. Because it's through their efforts that we're creating momentum. Together, we've gotten a lot done in this last 3 years, but we just know there's still a lot of work to be done to ensure more students are proficient in every grade. We're confident that if we provide resources to our educators and practitioners in every setting to support our children and build the pipeline from birth to the end of 3rd grade that we need, we won't be just headed in the right direction, we'll get to the destination. I hope you'll take a good look at the Read On Arizona Impact Report that each of you received today in your package. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, wonderful. It looks nice, but there's a lot of words. I hear you, but I am the literacy director, so I am counting on you to go ahead and take a look and read those words, because it describes some of the tools that we've created to make our shared work more aligned and effective, and it represents real significant progress. For example, our continuum of effective literacy practices now serves as the touchstone for early literacy practitioners in our state. Its impact is already being seen as First Things First has integrated it into all of their standards of practice. The State Department of Education is incorporating it into their menu of professional development opportunities, and our philanthropic partners now are looking for alignment to that continuum when considering funding opportunities. This kind of system-wide impact will ultimately result in building the capacity of practitioners to be more effective in helping young children develop the language and literacy skills they need. All Read On Arizona partners messaging about the importance of reading over the summer have helped increase participation in the summer reading program. In Maricopa County alone, in summer 2015, there was an increase of 20% and a total of 36,402,195 minutes read. Phew. Another example is the data mapping we've developed, Maplet. It's a tool that you're going to learn a little bit more later on today that we're really proud to be debuting. And these achievements, the continuum, the mapping tool, the Read On communities, and all of their hard work are intended to help all of our stakeholders in early literacy find ways to be more effective and efficient, more connected, and coordinated. That's collective impact. That's what we've created the framework of Read On Arizona for, and that's what will ultimately lead to improved language and literacy outcomes for children in Arizona. But this is a marathon, it's not a sprint, and we need to keep up a steady pace. We won't achieve our goal by doing only the things that are most convenient. If we want to make real gains, the next phase of our effort requires persistent dedication to best practices, to implementing quality, evidence-based programs and interventions, to demonstrating results, and to deepening our engagement with Arizona families. The will to achieve our goal is there. That there are so many of us gathered here today is evidence of that. I hope that you'll find today's program informative. I hope you'll find things that you can implement in your local community and your practice. And I hope you'll leave with renewed energy and commitment to our collective work. Again, thank you for being here. Now I'd like to introduce the Managing Director of the National Campaign for Grade Level Reading, Mr. Ralph Smith. Ralph is the Senior Vice President of the Annie E. Casey Foundation and the Managing Director for the campaign. Reading, which is focused on increasing the rates of third grade reading proficiency for children from low-income families that include communities from across 42 states. Over 200 local funders and more than 50 civic and private sector partners are involved. So